Well, good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Booze Review. That's right, it's another booze review. There hasn't been many of these lately. I have so much booze to review, I just don't get around to it, but this is a special booze. This one excites me, so I'm going to try it. I went and picked this up. This is from Hram Walker. This is J.P. Wiser's hopped whiskey. Now, there are a lot of hopped alcoholic beverages out there other than just beer. You can get hopped mead, you can get hopped cider. I've heard of hopped liqueurs, and I've also heard people talking about hopping rums and tequilas and stuff like that. But of all of them, I think that whiskey stands the best to actually work. I did not like the few hopped ciders I've had. They just didn't feel right for me. They didn't taste right for me. So this though just seems right because I mean it is another malt-based beverage. It is a beverage that does have a lot of flavors similar to beer. And it is a beverage whose barrels are used a lot in beer. So the hopped whiskey is what, 40% alcohol? Yeah, 40% alcohol. $28 for a 750, so you're basically paying $1 an ounce, so how can you go wrong, right? Yeah, I know it's not a true craft whiskey or anything like that, but even if it's made by a bigger company, they're still doing this stuff in smaller batches than the regular JP, like the regular Wisers and Canadian Club and Crown Royal, and I would suspect from its rollout and the number of bottles out there, I would suspect an even smaller batch than, say, 40 Creek. That being said, what would I think is in here? I do know what's in here now, but we did have a discussion about what type of hops we thought would work on this, and I don't think any West Coast hops would work. I don't think any New Zealand hops would work. Nothing that you normally see in a lot of North American and New Zealand pale ales. I personally don't think they would work. What I'm thinking would work in this stuff is like stout type of hops, English hops, so like Golding, Styrian, Fuggles, Magnum, Warrior, Bravo, even some of the noble hops. I think that Halatoir could probably work, and stuff like that. So what do we have on here? It just says on here that beer and whiskey often go hand in hand. Now the tastes just go one hand. What? Now the taste just goes in one hand. J.P. Wiser's hopped. A distinctive blend, J.P. Wiser's whiskey and hops for a rich dark ale finish. Yes, it is as delicious as you think. So, let's dump it in the glass here. Oh, see, I didn't realize this, and this is actually a good thought that they did. I thought that this was just really a lot darker than normal Wisers, but yeah, no, the bottle is brown, which is great because it is a hopped whiskey, and you probably don't want to have skunked whiskey. I mean, that's just what I'm thinking on here. You probably don't want to have skunked whiskey. So your average, no, actually that is a slight bit darker, just not much. So your average whiskey color, that beer color, shall we say? Okay, so you're getting your usual sense that I personally get with Wisers: a touch of vanilla, a touch of caramel, a touch of vanilla, a touch of toffee, a touch of roasted malt in general, a touch of oakiness, that oak tannin from the... That one was all alcohol esters, sorry for that. Ooh, that's not anything to do with the drink as much as the bowl on that cup. See, that's actually weird because the bottle itself is dark, but is it a painted bottle? What did they do? Is it a two-piece bottle? Like, what's going on here? Because this is completely clear, and then this is dark. Out of the bottle, it smells divine. Out of the bottle, I'm getting coffee. I'm getting coffee. I'm getting an earthy undertone. I'm getting caramel. I'm getting vanilla. I'm getting the oak. I'm getting a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of fruitiness, like apricot. It actually smells divine out of the bottle. Out of the glass, it still smells pretty good, but those alcohol esters are really hitting off the glass. Let's try it. Okay, 40% alcohol. Less alcohol burn than I expected on a 40% alcohol. It is nice. It is very nice. Very smooth. I'm getting a whole lot of vanilla. I'm getting a coffee taste, which is most likely from a deeply roasted rye before it is made into the beer. But a coffee, a vanilla, a lot of toffee, a little bit of almost leather, and beautiful, beautiful, beautiful earthy undertone, which is just taking away from the sweetness that is the rye and just putting a little bit of bitterness on the back end. Also, that bitterness on the back end, which is just a lot like with hops and beers, kind of hides the alcohol burn a little bit too. Stop meowing at me. Yeah, I really like that. It's a nice sipping whiskey, and put some ice cubes in it, make it nice and cold. I'm sure it'll come off more like the dark ale they're talking about. I drink my alcohol neat, just like I drink my beer neat. And by neat, I mean cellar temperatured without anything in it. So I could actually see this work really well. If you really want to mix this, I could see this make a killer rye and coke, because it's just going to add that little touch of earthy bitterness to round out the sweetness of the coke too. And it does come off with a little more coffee, like a dark black malt bitterness as well, which also adds to rounding out that sweetness. This is actually a very, very beautiful thing. Out of 10 on this, I would give it an 8.75. I really do enjoy this, and I didn't expect to enjoy it that much. I expected to drink it and tell Old Man Murray it sucked, and that he was an idiot, and this and that. But no, I love this. I want to have bottles of this on the bar at all times. Not only because it's a niche brew, because it is a niche product. It is how shall you say, a gimmick product. But it's one of the best gimmick products I've had in a long time. So thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.